I enjoy flying. I'm the little kid whose face is up against the window whenever I fly, and as many times as I've flown, I'm still like that. I'm still a little kid at heart when it comes to airplanes. Good morning. It is September 27th, and I am 2 days out. It is like 4:40 in the morning. I'm having a very hard time sleeping when you're always so hungry. That hormone ghrelin just keeps your mind active and keeps you going. And I have so much to do. And I have a little earlier day with clients today so I can get back here and take a nap and get back to work. So, my big concern today is, as I finish packing stuff up, is what is the TSA going to accept at the airport and what aren't they? So I'm having to have my pound chicken, and it's all balled up and frozen in a vacuum packed bag. So I've got a little insulated bag. I'm going to put that in, and hopefully that won't completely thaw out before I get to the hotel. So I'll have to pack that last moment. So I'm concerned about that. I'm concerned about taking my protein powder. I'm only taking a couple days worth, and I'm using a pump product backstage like 30 minutes before I think we're going to actually go on stage, and help me get a fuller looking look. I'm also, I have a little container of salt, and although I have a known traveler number, I'm packing really light, and it just scares me what they will take and what they won't. Like, I hope they're going to let my little can opener go through. But those are the little things that add stress that I really don't like, especially before a show. And this is the first show I've done in a long time where it's just me, and not having someone there to help me out, a support team. My coach isn't going to be there. My girlfriend's not going to be there. So that's kind of a bummer about this. It's always fun to have somebody to share the experience with. I guess it is what it is. So I got to get finished packing tonight, and then really late at night tonight, I'll do my body shave, because tomorrow my flight leaves at 6 a.m. And I have a connecting flight through Atlanta, then to get to Daytona. As I said before, stress is the big thing you don't want to have before a show. And although, I enjoy flying, I'm the little kid whose face is up against the window whenever I fly. And as many times as I've flown, I'm still like that. I'm still a little kid at heart when it comes to airplanes. So, but, just my stressor is just getting there on time, getting to the hotel, and all the little arrangements, buying the rest of my food, check in, that kind of stuff, and also being concerned about not looking puffy, because of flying. So managing water is going to be a lot more tricky on this particular show. I've shown you these before, and these are real lifesavers. I have in this little notebook, this has, I think, 3 or 4 shows in it. I call these my little prep books. But, it has a list of, things to make sure that I pack. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was food I want post-show. The number one thing that I want is, well, actually, let's start from the bottom, and we'll go all the way up to the main things I'm really looking for. So I love bagels and everything bagels. So there's Goldberg Bagels here in Baltimore. I can't wait for that. I'm would love some Indian food. When I'm at the airport on Saturday, I've never had a Cinnabon before, so I've been told to try the mini Cinnabons. That would be nice. I want to go to Waffle House. I want a Waffle House waffle and a dozen eggs. Of course, I'm going to have my whole box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I have been collecting Royal Farms points whenever I buy gas. And so now I have enough points for the Royal Farms 10-piece chicken, dark meat chicken. Yum. And then get a couple of biscuits to go along with that. And I promise I'm not going to eat that one in all one sitting. I would like some sushi. I've been in the mood for sushi. All right, now here are the top 3 things that I want after the show. Number 3, Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich. I've never had one before. I've just been in the mood for chicken sandwiches. Number 2, Chick-fil-A, their pimenta hot spicy jalapeno cheese. When I was a kid, when I was in college, I developed a taste for pimenta cheese, or I think it's properly pronounced pimenta, pimenta cheese, because it was dirt cheap and it went between 2 slabs of white bread and it filled you up. And the number 1 thing that I want when I get back is spaghetti and meatballs. Really good spaghetti and meatballs. Yeah, that's really what I want. So when I do get back on Saturday night, we're going to go back. We're going to go somewhere and get something to eat. I don't care if it's burgers or whatever. But Sunday morning, after the show, I'm going to go to IHOP, and I'm going to have pancakes, a dozen eggs, and the works. Then that afternoon, I'm taking 2 of my sons, and we're going to go get cheeseburgers or burgers. I'm going to make sure I take my Lactaid and have some burgers and fries. Then that evening, I've gathered together invited a number of my special friends and my coach, and we're going to Limoncello. It's a really great restaurant in Locust Point in Baltimore, and I'm really excited about that. And I did that last year, and I had this steak that was covered in gorgonzola cheese, and oh man, that was so good. And then they had this chocolate torta, or this type of chocolate cake, and I had a foodgasm. My friend Stu, who was sitting next to me, saw me eating it, and he looked over at me and he said, do you need some time alone with that cake? And it was so good. So I told him, and he thought it was so funny that I enjoyed it so much. He actually bought me another piece, and he bought himself a piece and a piece for his wife to take home, and they enjoyed it just as much. So I'm really excited about that. All right, that's where I'm going to leave it off. I'm going to have a lot of stuff, that I'm going to be recording, and we'll see what actually goes on air or not. And today is the last of the cardio thoughts. And I think I've thought of the appropriate one to do as my very last one, even though I have like 5 still pre-recorded. So today, and water loading is today. Yesterday was 1.5 gallons. Today it's only 1 gallon, so that's not so bad. So hopefully I won't have to go to the bathroom quite as much. So next time I see you, I should be in Daytona Beach, and we'll go from there. This is Yakov Barat.